Yeah, the boys. Yes, the boys, Dan.
The boys.
The
The
boys. The boys.
The boys.
The
The
boys.
boys.
The boys.
The boys. The boys. The boys.
The boys. The boys. The boys are here. The boys. The boys. The boys.
What a lovely shirt you're wearing there, Pete.
Thank you, good sir. I appreciate that. I'm going to show everybody. This is the official jersey of the country's brand new OPL team, pentanet.gg. Which
I love
I'm.
that it's called a jersey too. That's mean, you know.
That's
why
right.
not?
It's because it's legit.
It's not a
Um,
uniform.
Not a uniform.
It's not a what's the other word you call it? A jumper.
No,
It's a jersey.
it's a jersey, Dan. It's a
Yes.
jersey. Check it out.
Yeah, Corelli in the house. In the house.
So I'm looking forward to actually, if you'll all put this in your diaries, the OPL officially kicks off this weekend for Split 1, Round 1. And they will be taking to the Rift, as it's known, at 1 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time.
Okay,
That is
so-
4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight
yeah.
Savings Time.
Are you the rev up guy?
No, but I wish. God, it'd be good.
You'd be good rev up.
But I'll be revving the boys up.
Yeah.
I'll be revving the boys up. I'm going to give them a call tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've already asked the team coach, who's in the house at the moment, get the boys together. I want to give them a good old bloody boom. Good old rev up. Guys, you can watch it on Twitch. We will also be hosting the channel.
Yep.
But if you just Google basically OPL, Twitch, Riot Games,
Exciting.
you'll find it through all of that stuff. Dan, we had last week off. We were away.
Well, you're all
Like
right.
I had
I
last
was
week.
here.
So my apologies, but we are back.
We are
and,
back.
Thank you very
Firing.
much. People are watching on Twitch. Menthonzo, one of our dear stream team members, just dropped us a sub. Wow. So that's wonderful. But it's so good to have you all here watching and listening right across everything. So thank you so much. We're back into it. Shall we get cracking?
Let's bloody crack on,
Get
Pete.
and as you can see, guys, the border of the Twitch stream right now, toss a coin to your Twitchers. So we've still got until February 15,
Yep.
where 100% of GOA Twitch revenue is going to the Smith family to help the kids with bushfire relief. Game
Great
on!
cause. Game on!
Game on!
Let's do this!
Rated M for mature.
Attack commences in 60 seconds.
Yes, welcome to this episode of the Game on Australia podcast. I don't even know the numbers anymore,
1,
Dan.
5, 8.
Really?
Yep.
158 as we broadcast this live on Twitch and also across all of the audio platforms that you get your good podcasts from and across the Triple M network, Qantas and Jetstar, yada, 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 yada. We are the #1 gaming and esports podcast in the country, Dan, and it's bloody good to be here. Beautiful sunny day in Perth as well.
Great day for gaming.
Great day for... But Dan, tell me what day is it?
I don't know, Peter.
Tell me
I'm
what
still
day
trying to
is
work
it.
that
I'll
out.
tell you what. Top 3 things that gamers need to hear this week. What are the stars making on Twitch? The figures have been revealed. Some idiot soon RuneScape. We're going to tell you why. House, the makers of Untitled Goose Game, have dropped an absolute bomb, and it's really good for the Indigenous folk across Australia. Plus, we've tallied our votes for Goa's Game of the Decade, and the big question on the way. Bang it!
Game on, game on, it's gaming time. Excellent, game on, it's gaming time. Excellent.
Yes.
Boom,
Oh,
diddly
man.
boom.
I love hearing that jingle.
It's so good, isn't it?
Happy time of the week.
It is a happy time of the week, isn't
Correct.
it? And we hope that for people watching and listening, when you hear that jingle, you feel the same way.
Equally as happy.
So for the next hour, actually, my name is Pete.
My name is Dan the Internet.
And for the next hour, we are going to bang on about games because we bloody love gaming, Dan. We certainly do.
Pete, was there something else we love? Bloody gaming.
It's been a couple of weeks.
There is something else we love.
Oh, God, it escapes me.
I'm pretty sure.
We love Simi Cat because she just she just dropped us a sub.
Did she?
Yeah.
Thank you, Simmy Cat.
Thank you, Simi.
That's a great name.
That going to the Smith family, of
Yes.
course.
God damn it.
We love. Oh, it starts with a G. Google. Yes, we love Google.
I love Google.
Yes.
Google's been good to me.
It's not that, is it?
No, it's not that. Oh God. Gay times. I love Golden Gay times.
I'm a big fan.
Massive fan of
I
them.
don't think it's that.
No.
Goose Game?
I do like that, actually.
I do, yeah,
I had
I'm
some
told.
fun with that over the holidays, actually.
Oh, 10.
What? What is that?
I couldn't believe it. It's bloody gaming.
No, it's bloody gaming.
It's bloody course. My God. You know, one of these days,
We're going to remember that.
we're going to, we really are.
Actually, we should make a big note.
We should.
You love bloody gaming.
Bloody gaming,
Yeah,
so we
okay,
don't
well,
forget.
Yeah.
One of these, another one of these days, we're going to have Dick of it, and we're going to spend an hour just trying to figure it out.
That could be the podcast.
That could be the entire podcast, and we're just going to get to the end and just go, see ya. Don't forget to save. Oh, too
Let's
bloody
do that.
good.
I love
Let's
that.
do that.
When we're
That'd be
hungover
good.
one week, just go, let's just do that.
Oh, let's just get drunk. No, drink responsibly. Thank you very much. Drink responsibly.
Mind you, done responsibly, it's an excellent pastime to do with gaming. Gaming, what's great about gaming is that it's inclusive.
I agree.
You can eat your favourite snacks.
Yep.
Have a couple of nice drinks to go with your pastime of gaming. You can't do that playing cricket.
No, that's true. Not while you play. You can do it watching cricket.
You can't do it while playing.
While playing, you
While
cannot.
participating.
But you can do it while playing games.
Bloody great.
Indeed. As we mentioned before, guys, if you see the border, if you have a good look around you right now on Twitch, and for those of you listening, you'll be able to hear what we're about to say. We're in the middle of Toss a Coin to Your Twitcher. This is our first ever crack at doing a charity raise for a group of people who we felt weren't giving their dues, I guess, when it came to all the bushfires and everything happening over in the eastern states, and that is the young people, the kids that were affected by the fires. So all of the games and stuff and their fun stuff going up in smoke and ablaze, and of course,
right.
you know, looking ahead to the school year and stuff, and not being able to recover all of their schooling gear and whatnot, and the Smith family are helping out with that. So 100% of revenue, that means everything. So that means subs, that means any donations, that means any bits that end up our way, absolutely everything that comes our way on the Twitch channel. And it's for the entire month. So we've got a great group of fellow streamers who we're going to welcome a couple very soon, because we've got a new set of streamers on the way as well. You'll see them across our social media. But it doesn't matter which streamer in the Game on Oz community you are watching on our Twitch channel. If they are live and money comes their way, it goes straight to the Smith family. So we thank you very much for what you've sent already.
And the Smith family do so much great stuff outside of this anyway.
They really do.
They're a fantastic organisation, so I think it's great.
Completely agree. I did mention we've got a couple of new members to the Game on Australia Legendary Legends, our stream team. We'll talk about them a little bit later on, but it's time to get into the top 3 things the gamers need to hear this week. Number 1. Hot off the press.
What are the stars making?
What are they making? Now, this comes from a legitimate, credible source for a change.
For a change for us,
For a change. This comes from CNN.
Oh,
CNN covering gaming.
yeah. See, this is where, do they really know what they're talking about?
Oh, we'll find out.
Yeah.
I love this straight off the bat.
Yeah.
With all due respect to him. When Jeremy Wang started streaming on Twitch in 2016, this goes on to say, he was an unknown 20-something with a few coding internships under his belt.
Good on you, Jeremy.
3 years later, now 28, and having revealed himself underneath the mask, anybody that's ever actually jumped onto his stream disguised host will know that he is ridiculous. He's swimming in followers. Absolutely swimming in followers. The guy was just killing it ridiculously.
Yep.
So it came to as a shock, many of his fans, when Wang announced in late November that he was leaving the platform that brought him fame to work with Facebook. So Facebook's gaming platform.
Yep.
A relative newcomer in the gaming space. Behind the scenes, however, Toast had been weighing lucrative offers for nearly 6 months from, get this, Amazon, Twitch, obviously, Microsoft's Mixer, and Google's YouTube before deciding on Facebook.
No MySpace?
No MySpace.
They didn't bid?
No.
Tom wasn't bidding?
No MySpace. No Merc. What else was ICQ? No ICQ. Jeez, remember ICQ? Yeah, now. But this is insane, and it's just one of the many names who have departed Twitch
Yeah.
fuckers.
Yeah.
To go over to some of the other platforms.
Yep.
But this is the commercialization of our industry. So obviously, one of the biggest names that kicked all of this off was Ninja. And now they've been in touch actually in this story with Ryan Morrison, who's the CEO of talent agency Evolved. Now, Evolved work very closely with Ninja with a lot of his endorsements and agreements. He's got signings with Red Bull. He's got signings with Adidas.
Yep.
His sneakers, for example, that he partnered with Adidas over, sold out in something ridiculous like 20 minutes online. So, the guy has clout. He's got credibility, and he obviously has power. But whilst they didn't reveal exactly how much he was getting paid when Mixer stole him away from Twitch, obviously, raking in millions on Twitch, they have revealed that the contract itself for a number of years is worth something in the vicinity of between $20 million and $30 million. $20 million and $30 million, Dan. How many followers do we have? Not yet 1,000.
But the dream's there.
When he left Twitch, he was up to 14 million followers, and I remember at his peak on Twitch, the guy was raking in $500,000 a month.
That's
actually, sorry, more because he had at one stage he peaked at 500,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And if each one of them is passing him on $5 at least.
Yeah.
As well as donations and everything else that was coming his way as well. I mean, that's a lot of moolah.
Mate,
It's raking
it's
it.
a brave new world we live in.
It is a brave new world. This bloke from Evolved, by the way, Ryan Morrison, the CEO, mentions that, and this might be for anybody that's listening that's trying to have a crack at increasing their numbers on Twitch. It is viable, there are numbers out there, but they estimate that small streamers with 10,000 concurrent views on Twitch, what are we at? 268. So a little way to go.
A little way to go.
Or more can get offers topping $10 million to come and stream exclusively on a platform, while smaller streamers can get up to $1 million. So we're a small streamer.
What's 10%? Oh,
Where's our million?
yeah.
God, I'd take $5 at a cracker at this stage. I really would. So there you go. There is money to be made. But the thing is that, I look at Twitch and streaming much like the tennis world. The Australian Open is on at the moment.
Yep.
The Fortnite Australian Open actually is this coming weekend. So it happens over the grand final weekend, which is this coming weekend.
Yep.
But I equate Twitch streaming very much to tennis. You've got a top 3, you've got a top 10, and you've got a top 100, and that's pretty much where all the money is made, right? And particularly the top 3. I think the winner of the Australian Open this year will take home $4 million.
Yep.
All right, in the men's. So you think about that. The reason why I equate that is because there's like a top 10 streamers, and then there's
which
like
is what that report will report on.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Then there's a top 100, and then underneath that 100, there are a shitload of us who mill around in our sort of little pool and community and stuff like that.
Yep.
They will never make a dime.
No.
But as long as those guys are making a shitload of money and streaming every single day and making it, there are going to be consistently a lot more people jumping onto the platform day after day, week after week, going, all right, I'll try my hand at it. And you got to, like a tennis player, you got to throw everything into it if you're going to really make a fair old crack at it.
Yeah.
But only that 0.00001% of people are going to. I guess you have to weigh up the options, don't you?
Yeah, you do. It's it is not yet, I think, seen in the wide sort of the across society that it's a mainstream media, but it really is, isn't it?
100% it is.
In 10 years' time, kids that are kids now watching it will still be watching it, I would have thought. And ignoring stuff like TV, old school traditional media like TV and all that jazz, right?
Well, mate, I can't tell you. So my kids, Mila and Izzy, they don't watch television. They watch YouTube.
They're same here.
They watch YouTube on the telly. They go and get the remote because Samsung Smart TV, bang, hit the
YouTube.
buttons. They go to YouTube and they bring up their favourites list, and in their favourites list, and it's not even the Wiggles and stuff anymore. You know what they're watching? They're watching other kids their age go to water parks and theme parks and unwrap presents and like all that sort of stuff. That's what they're watching. They couldn't give two shits about the Wiggles anymore.
That's right.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it started with our phones, but we've all essentially become content creators, and I think the people that make the money are generally the people that are probably pretty talented, but got on there quick enough whilst it was still raw. And new to get in there,
And also had something going before that. So a lot of these guys were, to an extent, professionals or high grade players in a chosen field. So I can't off the top of my head remember what Ninja was, but I'm going to say it was either CSGO or Call of Duty. Or I kind of feel like it might have been CSGO or Halo. One of the two. So, they had, hey, Gucci bags. What's up, buddy?
Gucci bags.
So there we go. So Shroud was CSGO. He's another one that's, that's making a mozza. Oh, Gucci Bag says Halo. Sorry, I thought you said hello.
Hello.
Nah. God, what a dick, Pete.
Classic.
So Shroud was CS:GO. Halo. So these are guys who have had some semblance of a career, and then have decided to jump on with their community and start streaming, and it's taken off from there.
And if you're going to do it, it probably to me comes back down to being creative about it. Like the old mate who disguised himself, creating that kind of theatre. What about having a Twitch channel where you just sung all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lag. Like you never talked. You sung. There's an idea.
I would not watch it.
No, neither would I. But that's the kind of if you I guess if you're got an idea that sticks and is different enough and is entertaining, then the money's probably there to be made.
Well, I think the market is saturated in terms of just being a gamer who plays video games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so who's going to be the next Ninja? As far as I'm concerned, the next Ninja is already there because he's the next Shroud. He's the next Dr. Disrespect. He's the next yada, 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 yada,
but
yada.
He or she is competing with a
right.
million others.
But who's going to be the next one that comes to the platform offering something different, and that takes off? We don't know what we're going to be looking at in 6 months' time. It changes so dynamically and so quickly.
Yeah.
Right? But I think you obviously have to be more, right? But you got to do more than just stream a video game. You got to be an entertainer. You got to interact with your audience.
Yep.
Geez, I'm ticking all of these off, and these are all the things that we do.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like Twitch to me is me when I'm 13 watching some bastard playing NBA Jam.
Yeah.
And I can't play because I haven't got the money.
Yeah.
Dad wouldn't give me $10 to go and play it. So I'm sitting there watching this bastard play and enjoy it. And I'm sitting there going, so that's why I don't really get into Twitch personally. I'd rather play the games.
100%.
But that's, I think generationally, there's a new generation of people and kids particularly who froth over it, which is great.
And who knows what we're going to be seeing on their stream. So Sticks, one of our guys in the GOA team, has just dropped in the chat, Dan Drumstone has a full-time channel of drum covers on Twitch.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? So just eking out his own, because, Twitch, yes, way back when it wasn't even Twitch and it was, it was Jason TV. So this is going back before it became Twitch, right? And they somehow built a backpack where this guy could go out and stream and, all that sort of stuff. But, long before that, and it came to that, and then he started getting a little bit of traction with people watching him play video games and so on and so forth. And they had that great idea, and then Twitch was born, and it's gone on from there. But, we're at a stage now where it isn't enough. So who's going to be that next guy to do something different? Because it's not a platform to come now. You got to think outside the square a little bit. It's not a platform to come and play video games on anymore. Yep. It's a platform to come and be entertaining and do something that builds an audience.
Yeah.
With the difference being you can actually interact with them in real time. Yeah. You can talk to these people in real time. This is new television. Yeah. This is what it is.
Oh yeah, it's two-way.
Yeah,
it's not passive.
So who's going to be the one who's going to come and jump on this platform and create something that, TV wish it had, or TV used to do really well before these platforms exist.
Yeah.
And I've got one off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Us.
Well, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I mean, surely too, as content creators, and when I say that's us, that's everyone watching, whoever wants to do it, the platforms are interested in people who are going to bring that new game because that's going to put them above. You know, if Twitch get the new Ninja, that's going to put them above Mixer and above Facebook. And
But you make a good point, actually. I mean, who's that?
So the
who's
powers
new
actually,
guy?
yeah, if you've got the right idea and it starts to gain traction, then I'm sure the platforms will escalate you. You know, like Twitch will put you on their front page.
Yep.
You know, to get more followers and more streamers. You know, watching. So yeah.
I defer to chat here. So if you're watching right now, or if you're listening on the podcast on our audio platforms, then you could, you know,
You can
decide
talk to
jump
the
on our social
speaker.
media. Yeah, you talk to the speaker.
But probably won't get much of a reply. But anyway.
It'll be Friday, and the hair will stand up on the back of our necks, or feel like someone slapped us in the back of the head. Just going,
Oh, I felt something then.
oh, there's an inbox. Okay, drop something in the inbox. But who's the new ninja on Twitch now
Yeah.
that Ninja's buggered off? I know Dr. Disrespect is still on Twitch, so he's still going hard on Twitch.
Yeah.
And if I was Twitch, I don't know whether they have or not. They probably have. I'd be doubling down on Dr. Disrespect because he's got a long-term community. He's got a great community of people who follow him and love him, love what he does. He's a great streamer. God, he'd be up there for, hey, let's make him the new face of Twitch. 'Cause at one point he was, Night Shepherd reckons Barjo. Oh, Sticks, Summit 1G. Yeah, Summit 1G's a bloody good pick. He is a bloody good pick.
Barjo's not a bad choice because I mean that's a guy that TV sort of
Forgot.
not sort of forgot. I mean, I think that whole ABC decision to push on Good Game left him in a bit of a limbo. But if he got on, which I'm guessing he got on there pretty quickly. I don't know how long he's been on Twitch, but he's got the skills and the sort of name in Australia anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
To be, he was probably at one stage Australia's most known gamer. I would have thought.
No, there's more.
Back then though.
Oh, back
2, 3
then,
years?
no. Back then he'd be the number
So he's
one.
got that
Without
legacy,
a doubt,
I guess.
Yeah. But it's funny, you kind of wonder how many of that community. Actually, I suppose it'd be a fair bit. Who would have followed him across to Twitch? Because he made that announcement. There's a lot of people who used to follow him on social media and stuff.
I just defer to. I know things change these days very quickly, but 10 years ago, someone had told me that you can make lots of money out of gaming, let alone playing, but also broadcasting it. I would have called you. You're crazy. You're drunk, Marge.
Get out of here, dickhead.
It would have been. Get out of here, dickhead.
The second, so we got some numbers coming through. So Summit 1G had 40,000 views concurrently playing Tarkov.
Yeah.
When Modern Warfare came out, Dr. Disrespect had 50,000 or so viewers, which was more than everyone streaming Fork Knife.
Yeah.
Second highest at the moment is Tyler playing League. Hey, by the way, we've got another little message here. Marcel Morazit
Yeah. Yes. The big Marcel.
in the office and in the chat, baby.
Hey!
Mars, come in here. Come and say hello. Just pop your face in front of the stream for a little bit. I know we're on delay, so here he comes a second later. Get in here, you
legend.
bloody legend. Come on,
The
Mars.
man responsible for our latest intro video.
100%. Mars. 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 Get in the camera so people can see you. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, Mars!
So this is Mars. He's a legendary legend, and he runs all of the digital shit for Hit 92.9, which is
Bang up job too.
yeah, I suppose you do try.
Yeah, I'll really do.
One of these days you'll get there. No, I'm just kidding. You do a wonderful job, mate. Wonderful job.
I'm out.
Are you done?
See you, bro.
You know what he's been working on?
I know he's been working on, mate.
Live streaming
I
our
know.
27-hour show.
I know. Not our show, your show.
Well, my show.
yeah.
So I'm Dan works on Mix 94.5, which for those of you who live in Australia is the Triple M network here in Perth.
Yep.
And I'm you're the digital guy.
Yep.
And I'm a brekkie anchor, and on the show for Hit 92.9, which is on the Hit network. And next week, Thursday to Friday, we're doing a 27-hour straight show. 27 hours.
What time do you want me to bring you a coffee?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
So on the hour every hour, that'd be good. We're streaming for 27 hours straight, doing all the ideas that listeners have ever sent us.
Oh my god.
I know.
That is crazy.
God
cakes,
help us.
man.
And we're streaming it. We're streaming the whole
Are
thing.
you bringing your Switch in?
Yeah, I might do. Yeah. So we're going to stream the whole thing, including like all the off-air stuff is going to be live streamed. So, you know, no dicking around with some of the chats off the air that we usually have.
Oh, you're in trouble, mate.
Anyway.
You might get pulled off the air.
Right, mate.
Should we move on, mate?
Let's move on, mate. This is the second thing that gamers need to hear this week. And the reason why I've picked this is because it's a bit of a double-barrel shotgun. Funny story. Funny story, but also, you know what? Something to take note of in case you ever fancy suing somebody over your civil rights when it comes to video games. So, according to this is from PC Gamer, another respected and respectable site.
Yes.
Being muted in a game does not violate your civil rights. What a dickhead, the US federal court declares. So sometime, get a load of this. Sometime during March and April 2019, Amro El Ansari found himself muted in an online game run by Jaggers, specifically according to PenLive, the MMO RuneScape. People are familiar with RuneScape, been around for decades. His appeal of the muting was denied, and so he took the next natural, perfectly reasonable step and filled out a do-it-yourself lawsuit available via Vice, alleging that Jagex had engaged in discrimination against him and violated his rights to free speech and due process. God, they love that lingo in the US, don't they?
They do.
I plead the fifth.
Constitution, yeah.
In a not exactly shocking development, the lawsuit was quickly dismissed. In a ruling posted to brian.carnel.com, District Judge Mark Kearney declared that his federal constitutional claims over being muted in a video game are implausible. This is actually where it gets quite interesting. I love this legal shit. This is great. Kearney's restraint is audible as he educates the plaintiff on the basics of constitutional law. The First Amendment, now keep in mind this is the US. Okay?
Yeah.
The First Amendment, CTC 8998. I've never seen that name pop up in our chat before.
Excellent.
So
Hello, CTC.
Welcome.
988.
The First Amendment and its constitutional free speech guarantees restrict government actors, not private entities. Guarantees restrict government actors, not private entities. Defendants who are not alleged to be state actors are not subject to constitutional free speech guarantees. So essentially, this bloke falls into the category where, sorry, mate, but it doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
Likewise, Kearney wrote, the Fifth Amendment's due process clause applies to and restricts only the federal government and not private persons and does not act against a private company. So this is pretty straightforward. It literally begins with the words, Congress shall make no law, yada, 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 yada. This guy's claim was laughed out of court, essentially. Laughed out of court. Laughed out of court.
Yeah.
Our Discord link has gone up in the chat. If you'd like to get along to our Discord, that'd be lovely.
So, court costs.
Well, this gets better.
Does it? Oh.
Yeah. So, my God, this guy's he's got form. He's got game.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Has he though?
Taste TV. Is this from Hobart? No, this isn't from Hobart. This is from Perth.
But hello, Hobart.
Hello, Hobart. Great to have you along. The yacht race is wonderful.
So the Hurricanes, they're doing very well in the Big Bash
They are
League.
doing very well in the Big Bash
Cane
League.
Train.
Excuse me. Oh my God, Arion gifted a few subs.
Thank
you, Arion. Wow. Legendary legend you are. Okay, so this guy's got form, as I mentioned. The PenLive report says that Ansari has filed 10 lawsuits in the US Eastern District Court over the last year and a half. This guy needs a job.
He does.
Including 4 in July 2019.
Careful, he might sue us.
Including the Jagex suit. In November 2019, a federal appeals court, this is brilliant, rejected his effort to bring a class action suit against Tinder, noting that he was ineligible to represent other plaintiffs because he's not a lawyer and that the damages could reasonably seek were nowhere near the $75,000 minimum requirement.
What was he suing Tinder for?
What do we
Being
got
muted.
here? Being muted. He swiped left on me.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why he was suing Tinder, but the guy sounds like a dickhead.
Well, yeah.
God, we've used dickhead a fair bit tonight.
But, life's full of dickheads.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Dan. Let's move on to number 3. Now, I have reached out to House
House.
from Untitled Goose Game, so I'll wait for them to get back to me. But I just wanted to jump on this because this is just a sensational. Oh, Menthonzo's dropped a banger. He said that guy would be the one that plays Oddjob.
Oh, my God. That is spot on.
Yes!
And claim that it's legal
Yes.
tender. That's
I
not
agree.
legal tender, mate. It's not allowed.
Dickhead.
Dickhead. Oh, sorry.
Dickhead. All right. Now, one of our best, actually, I reckon.
So, firstly, this game, I played a bit of it over the holidays, just gone. God, it was good fun.
It was good fun. Did you like it?
loved
I'm
it.
yet to play it. I really got to get onto it.
It's just got a real sense of humour to it.
So we're talking about Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
And this is just a wonderful, wonderful story. Of course, the most recent weekend was Australia Day long weekend. And one of the chats that happens across Australia Day long weekend and is increasingly getting voice is the fact that, realistically, it's Invasion Day. So, come on, move the date. But anyway, this story goes on to say, January 26th in Australia is officially called Australia Day, a public holiday. We know what it's all about. Celebrating the arrival of the British First Fleet in 1788, which, of course, brought undue all sorts to the Indigenous population. It goes on to say, in the wake of January 26, 2020, so this year, one Australian developer has pledged to take part in the Pay the Rent initiative, which asks people to pledge a portion of their income to Indigenous groups on a regular basis. This developer they're talking about is House.
Yeah, right.
The guys in Victoria, the legends behind Untitled Goose Game, which for some, albeit known reason, if you've played the game, it went off.
Yeah.
Went top the charts across the country, in the UK.
Yeah.
They were even shocked by it. All that sort of stuff. Thanks for the follow. Oh, we got a follow from Rogue Extinction.
Yes.
Welcome, buddy. Great to have you along. Anyway, so House, get this, is going to give at least 1% of all their earnings going forward to Indigenous groups.
Wow.
At least 1%. And considering that's all that... Oh, here we go. Yeah, there are some announcements. So they actually popped this in their Twitter. Our video games are made on stolen Wurundjeri land. We at House will be paying at least 1% of our income to Indigenous groups in perpetuity. As part of the Pay the Rent movement, we'd encourage others to do the same. You can do that at paytherent.net.au. As a start, we're giving to the Wurundjeri Tribe Council, Warriors of Aboriginal Resistance, and at Seed Mob. If you're a settler living and working on Aboriginal land, like we are, please consider paying the rent. So essentially, you can understand exactly what that means. Pay the rent. The idea is we're all here renting this land, making a living and a killing off it in some cases, and at the detriment, once upon a time, of the Indigenous population. So it's a very cool initiative. It obviously shines a light on some of those struggles and the conversation that's still ongoing. But that is a huge, huge tip of the cap to House.
Well, it also, again, to me, shows where gaming's going as a, I wouldn't say an industry, but certainly, I would imagine that wouldn't be a insignificant amount of money.
No, I wouldn't.
And we don't know, so we're just guessing 1% of whatever they make. But, that's...
Well, they've sold over 1 million copies.
Yeah.
Of the game.
Well, now I got it through Game Pass actually, so I didn't pay for it, but I certainly paid for it through my Game Pass. Membership.
Yep.
Which is $15 a month or something like that. So, the mind boggles as to how much money that not that it really matters. I think it's more the gesture of doing it and the fact that it's 1%. I think that's admirable.
I think it's sensational. So good on them, and I'm hoping that they get back to me on the twits because it would be lovely to have them on the podcast.
We're just the number one gaming podcast and esports in Australia.
Oh, look, no big deal.
No big deal, but
360 concurrence. By the way, we're just shy of 250,000 views on Twitch.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, there you go.
But
That's
that's
an achievement.
That's gone bananas.
Need to do a new gaming song. It's been. I watched,
We do. Yes, we do.
I watched your brilliant composition of the John Farnham song.
Oh my
That's
god.
gaming.
I
And
listen to that from time to time still.
the gaming song.
Yeah, I do. Because I've got just the song.
I think we're close to 10 songs. We don't have a top 10.
We could put out an album.
yeah.
We could do an album.
KTEL presents.
Would you guys like it on vinyl or compact disc? So there you go. That's the top 3 things that gamers need to
Right.
hear. And you know what I really want to do, and I'm going to do this. We'll go through and we'll find all the videos, which you were popping up on our social media, by the way, over the Christmas period, which was very cool. I'd forgotten a couple of them, and grabbed them all. And I think we're going to start running them at the beginning of our podcast when we have
great.
our holding screen.
Yeah, awesome.
So it'd be good.
Oh,
Alfonso says vinyl, no question. Special edition color vinyl with Malcolm's face on it.
Oh God, that's an excellent. So thank you. Actually, can I put out a little shout out to the Game On community, particularly God Mode?
Of course you may.
Just before Christmas, so my brother, who has lived in the US for 6 years, has come back to live in Perth, live in Australia, and he messaged me and said, "What should I get?" Having when he left, the engine hadn't been, it was still in construction mode when he left.
Yeah.
So he's come back to it. He's in that ridiculous zone that I'm in of fiber to the node with the wonderfully fast technology of copper wire.
100%.
So we put it out. He asked me to put it out in God mode. What modem router should he get? And a few people suggested the Nighthawk, Netgear Nighthawk, whatever it is,
Oh, yeah.
300. As a router, you had to buy a modem too. So $400. Bought it from PLA Computers. Fantastic. It took a while to connect because we had he went with Aussie Broadband too. I think that's the other part of the puzzle. But he's getting 54 download wirelessly, and he's pretty bloody happy with that. And I was like,
Really?
well, it's not Pentanet. I know. What's Pentanet get?
So I'm on Pentanet fixed wireless, and I am getting, I average 130 megabits per second.
Wireless?
Download. Yeah, wireless. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just shut the hell up. But the point being is that the God Mode community helped me out. It helped us out. For him he got his Xbox today, so Hans Blix 29, I think is in the game tag. Hans Blix is back. Hello, Hans Brix.
Hello,
Well, I
Hans.
keep telling you, we have no weapons of mass destruction. And I got one of my gaming buddies back, so I'm pretty happy. How good is gaming? I don't watch TV anymore. I game every night.
Yeah, 100%.
What's the point?
What's the point of watching
Watching
television?
TV.
It's just shit on TV.
It is, isn't
And
it?
why would you watch somebody else's story when you can play through your own?
Correct. More on
Um,
that later.
so top 3 things done. Let's move on. Just really quickly, we have an update for you.
They can't use that one.
Yes, I can. So we've got a new one, don't
Oh,
we?
yeah.
Yeah, we do. So
Yeah.
this is a quick
Big
update.
update. It is a quick
update. It is a quick update. It's a quick update.
Maybe our songs rotate. So once they've done big question, they go to quick update.
I
right?
think so.
Yeah,
I think so. So this is a quick update of our community God Mode group, up to 1,950 members. Lovely. Facebook page is up to 4,500 followers on Facebook. Twitter, we're up past 700 now, 718. That's lovely. And Instagram, just shy of 1,000. So if you look across at Game On Oz across everything, Game On AUS, except for Twitter, which is Game On _AUS, because some wanker, dickhead, took Game On Oz back in the day. Up yours. Anyway, one of these days, if somebody could put us in touch with Twitter, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Who is this person's right to take our handle?
I don't know.
How dare they?
Now, something else that I'd love to discuss really quickly, because we've got a couple more things that we will get to in the next 15 minutes before the end of the show. The big question on the way is an absolute ripper. My
Snorter.
God, it is a rip snorter. Excuse me. Hello, Sora Senpai.
Hello.
Adsky's, I haven't seen Adsky for a while. Adsky's back.
Oh, excellent.
So we'll get to big question in just a moment. We've also tallied the votes for Goa's Game of the Decade, and we have a winner.
Yes.
We have, well, hot dog, we have a
Is
winner.
it controversial? At one stage, it was looking a bit controversial.
Yeah, I'll let you decide. I'll let
All right.
let you and the people watching be the judge.
Okay.
But Dan, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce our new stream team members.
Yes.
So the legendary Legend stream team, if you go across all of our social media, you would have seen that we've been posting images with bios. Now, these are complete bios, so it tells you a little bit about the different members of the stream team. It tells you their age, I don't know if it tells you their sexual orientation. Anyway, what they do for a crust, all that sort of stuff. And we've got a bloody good team now. So obviously we got Nico, and we've got the usuals. Nico, Menthonzo, Reflex, who ran a cracking inaugural
Give me a
tournament,
go.
by the way.
Unbelievable.
Cracking inaugural
legend.
Game on Oz, Gog, greatest of all game
Yep.
tournament. It was an
Yep.
absolute ripper a couple of weekends ago. More on that very, very soon, by the way. We're going to have more of those. So we've got those guys. We've got a Wandering Bard. He's our card master. We always catch him on the stream doing that. We've got a couple of newbies.
Yes.
We've got newbies.
Newbies.
We have newbies.
But not nudes.
Not
just
noobs.
newbies.
No, we do not have noobs, Dan.
No.
Shall we introduce our newbies?
We shall.
Just because everybody should get to know them. Hang on. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty subtle. It's pretty abrupt, actually.
I feel like they need some.
Fade out.
They need some great music. Something.
Oh, do they?
I feel like Straight Jacked. So, first of all, we welcome with a little round of applause, Straight Jacked Jim. Straight Jacked Jim.
Yes. Straight Jack Jim.
Straight Jack Jim. Straight Jack Jim. Straight Jack Jim. Straight Jack Jim. So, Straight Jack Jim is one of our new stream team members.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Straight Jack Jim. He's actually in the chat. He's been one of our community members for a long time.
Fantastic.
He's been following along, and then the original team have taken it upon themselves to bolster our stocks.
Yes.
So, Straight Jacket Jim.
Legend.
I always thought it was Straight Jacked Jim. It's like jacked, as in, look at me, I'm jacked.
Just straight Jack.
Straight Jacked Jim.
Jack. Jim.
So he's one of our new men, and he's in the chat. Straight Jack Jim, please by all means feel free to tell people exactly what it is that you're going to be streaming, because that's what Game on Australia is all about. You come here, there's a variety of different streamers streaming a variety of different things, and then of course our Wednesday night live show.
Yep.
Right, so much hype, it's sensational. Okay, so his logo is a guy in a straight jacket Jim. That makes sense.
Very, yeah.
So Straight Jacket Jim, there you go. So you can give him a bit of a hello, how's your father in the chat, and we'll relay that to people who are listening to this on our audio platforms.
We will.
By the way. Also, you can go and check our socials and see all the other stuff.
Yes.
And also, oh my God. So I'm elated.
Yes. Elated.
I'm elated
It's a big word.
at what we're about to mention. So the Game on Australia stream team has its first ever female streamer.
And Game on Oz.
Her name is Rogue Sultana.
Love it.
And she's a doll.
Yes.
And she's wonderful.
Yes.
And she's a hell of a gamer.
Yes.
And we bloody love it.
Yes.
Why? Because you got daughters and I've got daughters and girls are gamers too.
Yep.
And Christ, it's
Correct.
good to have a chick on our stream team.
Yep. Unreal. And 100%. Like my little girl, she's a gamer, man. Like it is so ingrained in her, and I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So to have people like Rogue Sultana that she can look up to and follow and watch is brilliant.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
She's also the only beardless member of the stream team.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
Give it
my
time.
God. Give it time. Oh, shit. So there you go. Straight Jacket
Awesome.
Jim and Rogue Sultana.
That's a great name too. Rogue
Great,
Sultan,
great name. And you know what? It's not what you think either, because it's Sultan as in Sultan.
Yeah.
Great story behind that, which I'm sure she'll be more than happy to share with people when they're on and streaming.
Yeah.
But it's so good to have you guys along. Our official welcome to Game On Australia
Yep.
as official stream team members and part of the Legendary Legends, which is an honour in itself.
Yep.
Dan, but we are honoured to have you. So
100%.
bloody good.
Great.
All right, let's move on to. Oh, okay, this is
Okay.
exciting.
All right,
We're
so
gonna have.
remember, we're going to start with the. Right?
What? No. This is, we're not at that stage yet.
Are we?
No, we're gonna do.
Oh, what are we playing?
Game of the Decade.
Oh,
We haven't done
shit.
Game of the Decade
Oh,
yet.
God, sorry. I'm 2 steps ahead of the game.
No, it's fair. It's fair. You know what we need? We need some.
Yeah, we need some big music for this.
We need big music.
Big, yeah, this is big. Well, it's a big announcement.
It is a big announcement, isn't it?
I want to steal one of these mints. Don't tell your friend.
I won't.
I want to try. I've never tried one of those.
We'll try this one. We'll do this one.
All right. Yes.
Oh yes.
100%.
Oh
yes.
my God, yes. I mean, that's a big announcement drone, isn't it?
Oh my God, yeah. Cool.
So for the last
get all nervous.
For the last couple of months, people have been going to GameOnOz.com, thanks to our legendary review team, and they have been voting for Game On Australia's Game of the Decade. This is the people's Game of the Decade because it's part of their votes
for the years 2010
through to 2019.
19.
So a big thank you to those of you if you have gone there to GameOnOz.com and you have voted. We really
Massive
appreciate
thanks
it.
to the historian for this great idea. by the way.
Indeed, wonderful.
Just sitting there by his fire with his glass of whiskey and
Yep.
his mahogany everywhere. Just
Rich mahogany.
rich mahogany.
Rich mahogany.
Cigar in
His
the mouth.
velvet slippers and his smoker's jacket.
He's pondering ideas.
He's just on another level. He's
He
on a
is.
different plane.
Yep.
But these are counting down from 10. So what happened was...
Whoa! So you got the top 10.
Oh, the top 10.
Whoa!
I got the top 10. Who are they?
What are they, Pete?
Let me tell you, Dan.
Let me tell you, Dan.
So what happened was you went there, you voted on a number of great titles from each decade. Right? These were like the top 10 titles from each decade.
For each
And
year.
then each decade, after those votes, threw up a winner. And then those winners from each decade went up against each other.
Each year. Went to,
Oh,
the
yeah.
decade.
Each year, thank you. Went up against each other for the Game of the Decade.
Yep.
The top 10, counting back from 10, are Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. In at 9, Elder Scrolls Online. In at number 8, Overwatch.
Ooh.
Number 7, Horizon Zero Dawn. So, a big fan of that one, by the way. In at number 6, and controversially could have gone up the ladder, some people might say.
Well, I would say that, yes.
But this is where I would say to those people, well, go and vote. Okay? That's right. That's why Shannon Knoll came second in Australian
Yeah, that's
Idol.
right.
That's why
Yeah.
he came second, because you didn't vote then and you haven't voted now. Red Dead Redemption, number 6. Number 5, God of War. Now, this is the PS4 release, most recent one.
Number 4.
Number 4, Borderlands 2.
Ooh, I like
Borderlands
that. That's good.
Hey.
A little gap, yeah.
Because people could have been like, oh, is it
Which one?
Borderlands?
So, yeah, well,
is it
number
Borderlands 3?
3?
Is it the Handsome Jack collection? No, Borderlands 2.
2.
Number 3, we are into the top 3.
This is bronze medal.
This is bronze medal. This is bronze medal. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
Oh, nice.
God, I just oh my God.
Silver medal.
The silver medal. Now, I'm just going to give this a quick moment here, right? I'm just going to keep.
I'm going to steal another mint too. They were very good.
I just don't.
That's it.
The top 2. Now, it was tight right until the very end. Tight right until the very end.
You're talking like last couple of minutes, right?
Which version, though, of the Elder Scrolls 5 I don't know, mate. It's the game one. The game version. We played it. I played it. It's worth the top 3. Excuse me. In at number 2. In at number 2. God, I'm nervous. In at number 2.
Silver medal.
I don't have a drum roll. I need a drum roll. I need a drum roll, Dan. I need a drum roll.
Yeah, it's probably better than mine.
Drum roll. Maybe it's in.
What we need is a live drummer. That's what we need.
Yeah, no, well said.
How much would this show benefit from a live drummer every week?
Yeah, I know. I do need a drum roll, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's going to give me. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, here we go. All right. Drum roll, please. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, just bear with me. I think something's happened with the drum roll.
Is it being a dickhead?
It's being a dickhead. Being such a dickhead. No, why isn't it working? It doesn't want to work for me. I can't believe I'm cooking this right now. Here we go. Oh.
Fair drum roll.
You know, this is a very good point. I could cook this. Unit number 2. Grand Theft Auto 5. Which means,
I did love that game.
once
Number one,
again,
the gold medal.
the gold medal.
The Game On Oz Game of the Decade, 2010 to 2019.
I didn't expect that. I haven't heard this before, so I did not expect that. Oh, this is good.
Really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Game On Australia Game of the Decade from your votes at GameOnOz.com is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. With a whopping 32.9% of the votes, get that fair up ya. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is the Game On Australia Game of the Decade.
So shame on me because I've never played it.
I'm only just starting to play it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it
So-
came out on the Switch.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I just have no time to sit in front of a telly and play console stuff. So the Switch helps me because I can
On the move.
Yeah. So there you go. That is the top 10. And The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt came in at number 1.
Well, they're making a bloody TV show about it. It's got to be pretty good, right?
Have you watched the TV show?
No, I haven't. My wife has.
good.
I
It's
think
good.
my wife quite likes it, actually.
Really?
I think she's got a bit of a crush for Henry Cavill.
Geralt.
Yes.
It's wonderful indeed.
Yes,
You got to check out a video of him because obviously it was a book series before,
yeah,
video game.
Yeah.
But there's a video of him where he's sitting in a chair
Yep.
and he's got scotch or whiskey and he
Oh, yeah.
reads the book.
Yeah, great.
And it's wonderful.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
It's a good
I
video.
love that.
So there you go, guys. That is the top 10 from Goa's Game of the Decade. And, of course, number 1, once again, recounting the top 3, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto 5, and The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt with 32.9% of the votes. If you don't like it, you should have voted. Okay. Now, I've got to see if I'm pretty sure I've got the right one here. Do you remember how this goes?
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Big question time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You ready?
Yep, yep.
This is a great big question, by the way.
Thank you.
And then we will come back and finish the show. Big question! It's the big one! Big one! Yes.
Just the one.
Sorry, I went a bit too far.
Oh, no, it's a good. Oh,
You know that episode, that episode of The Simpsons? Mono. Don't! Is there a chance the track could bend? Not on your life, my Hindu friend.
Good friend, that's right.
Oh, God.
Oh, so
Okay, Dan, so the big question.
So, inspired by a post, thank you to Nick
Kovsky.
Fantastic
Kokovsky. Kokovsky.
He put in our God mode.
Yes, thank
which
you.
is exactly what this God mode's for. It's for a bit more of an in-depth chat
Yes.
about a link to an article that some dude wrote from Escapist magazine about the reason I don't play multiplayer games is turning me off single-player games. And that is the fact that he mentioned that in single player games have become open world,
Mm.
and they've moved right away from linear based gameplay.
Yeah.
The article,
yeah,
go
yeah.
and find on God Mode. It's an excellent article, by the way. But it bears the question: what do you prefer, an open world single player game, or a linear, through the story,
Yeah.
based game?
God, this is a good question.
I'm going to start.
Now, I like this question.
It's a loaded question because I reckon it's got a bit of a there's shades of grey, right?
Mm.
Because I love some open world. Like I am a little bit sick of open world.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind just playing. A
Why are
game
you
where-
sick of open world, though?
Because it takes
Too many side quests?
Yeah, and I'll give you the example. I've just game GTA 5. Funnily enough, just mentioning that has just come to Game Pass, so I've downloaded it
Mm.
and started playing it. Within an hour, I was like, man, this just feels like too much work.
Mm.
I think we're getting to a point in society and life where we're so busy that these games that require too much of a grind, with not just the main missions but the side quests and that kind of shit.
The collecting of everything.
Oh man, it just gets in you,
Yep.
And the Fallen Jedi game is a bit similar. It is a linear. It's got a linear storyline, but it's got side quests and you can get lost and do other shit.
Yeah.
And same thing. It's starting to feel like it's a bit too much of a grind.
Yep.
I just wouldn't mind a game maybe where it's just going through the game. And
So just this is your path.
Yep.
It's from A to Z.
Yep.
You go A to B, B to C, C to D,
Yep.
and just give me a good story built around it.
Yep.
And good gameplay. A lot of 2D games around it, like a lot of indie
Yeah,
titles.
that's exactly right,
Have
right?
really nailed that sort of stuff.
I wonder. I mean, we're in a great situation where we have both.
Mm.
My preference probably right now is a linear game, just because I'm sick of open world. But you ask me in a year's time, after playing all these linear games, I'll probably say open world again.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really a question that probably can't be answered, but it's a good question to ask.
I like what I like about it is that there's arguments for and against. So what I'm really looking forward to is people's answers into don't just give us an answer of I like linear.
Yeah.
Or I like open world.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear the why. I think that
yeah.
the interesting part will be the why because there's genuine discussion pieces around that. Some of the stuff that's popping through on the chat right now actually is Straight Jacket Jim says there's games like Breath of the Wild where there's a lot to do, but the end objective is still very clear.
Yeah, and that's probably the best example of a game that's got it pretty much spot on.
Yeah. It's an interesting one because yes, it has linear aspects to it. You can't go and do this until you go and get this.
Yeah.
Which you'll find in open worlds as
Yep,
well. But
yep.
but that no matter which way you play the game, eventually you got to get to the castle in the middle and defeat Ganon. So that's I understand where he's coming from for that particular aspect, and I guess for me, I take that as a good argument for open world games.
Yep.
Right. But for me, I'm in a stage of my life quite like you where I actually really enjoy linear games right now as well because I just don't have the time to go off and do all of the interesting shit that I'd love to do. Dr. Duck 55 has just jumped into the chat. Hello, that's the first time I've seen your name.
Yes.
Welcome. And he's
Hello,
also
Dr.
said
Duck.
he was at the Perth Heat game.
Hey!
Wow.
Oh, you threw the ball, didn't you?
Throw is a...
Oh, pitch? You pitched the ball?
Even the word
Even that pitch
pitch
is a stretch, isn't it?
is a stretch. My wind-up was sensational.
You lobbed the ball,
But
did you?
the part where I threw the ball left my hand, that's where it all went to shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So even Dr. Duck says his pitch was gold. Which is bullshit. Or he's being facetious.
Yes.
A lot of followers popping in. Pete _G, you bloody legend, welcome. Can't has dropped in as well. Dr. Duck, thank you very much. Great to have you guys along.
Yeah.
Welcome for the first time, by the way. It's Grizzles has jumped in. Hello,
Oh.
It's Grizzles.
Great name.
But yes, I threw a pitch. So with the job, Anchor,
The day job.
we get to do some cool special shit from time to time. Final game of the season for the Perth Heat versus the Melbourne Aces. And they asked me to throw the first pitch along with Jules Jarry, my co-host. And she pissed all over me. She came out straight over the plate. Bang, nailed it. I came out. Up we go. Get the crowd revved. So like a great time. Wound up. And then, yes, the moment the ball left my hand is where it all went to shit. If you could actually just go to the pit, go to the mound and just wind up but not let go of the ball, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. But it was the actual sort of pitch thing that...
Had you had a couple of...
No.
No?
It's perfectly
can't
sober.
Can't even blame that.
Can't even blame that.
Oh, gee.
No, mate, you know what's the funny part? So my old man, who a very good sportsman in his day, never played anything professionally, but very good sportsman in his day.
Good all-rounder, yeah.
Very good all-rounder. Was an incredible pitcher in softball, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Just the guy is one of those guys that can pick up anything.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking hate him. I love him. But hate him.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've gone back to their place because we dropped the kids off because my wife came with me.
Yeah.
And he's opened the door and he goes, "Saw you pitch."
Oh, is it streaming it, was it?
Yeah, you see the video.
That's great.
And if that wasn't enough, he follows that up with, "You just look like you were trying too hard."
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Anyway, so that's a great big question. If you are watching, you will be able to answer that big question when the post appears across all of our social media.
And on socials, you've got as much room as you want to answer in detail.
Go ham. Because
100%.
something I'd love to get back into the habit of as we get back into consistent weekly shows again is reading people's comments out.
Yep.
So if you are listening to this on our audio catch-up podcast, you wouldn't have heard this until the Friday, or by the time you've heard this or you're listening to
It'll
this,
be on our
it'll
socials.
be on our socials.
Yep.
So, Dr. Duck has my throw-on recording. Come on, mate, it wasn't that good. Jeez. Dan,
Peter.
as much as it saddens me,
Yes.
as much as it absolutely saddens me, I think that's it.
Well, it doesn't sadden me because I get to go home and game now.
Yes, of course. What are you playing? What are you playing?
Playing Pro Evo Soccer 2020.
Oh.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm back on.
He's back, baby.
back, baby.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, loving it. Master League.
Skittles has just dropped all of our links and stuff
As
to
she
all of our
always does.
socials,
What
as
a
she also
legend.
does, and our Discord. Please come and join our Discord. Discord is where it's all happening for us at the moment because that's where you can come and interact, ask and catch up with the community or us or our stream team or any of the GOA content creators and actually play games with us and so on and so forth. Feel free to jump in on streams if the guys open them up. Go nuts. That's what we're there for. Community that supports and games with each other. It's wonderful.
Bloody oath.
But it would be so good to have you guys in the Discord so we can chat. And that's also where you'll find all of the information for any of our tournaments that are coming up very soon through Reflex.
Yep.
Uncle Gucci, who I've never seen before,
Great
says,
name.
"Did this guy actually just say he plays PES 2020 with a straight face?" Oh,
Wow.
rough.
That is
Rough.
Go and play it. It's really good.
Thank you very much to those of you watching. Rossi PS4, it's a lovely message. Really appreciate it. Infernox, the historian, asked what rank you are in Australia.
Oh, I'm not playing online. I'm just playing the Master League right now. Yeah, which means I'm shit.
Like
Actually, that's a future topic. Is it just me or am I really shit at gaming? That's a question you ask yourself.
Another big question on the way. See you later, Midand 13. Thanks for joining us. All of you, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Great to have you along on the Twitch stream. It's been a bloody ripper night. Don't forget all the money until the 15th of February that comes through our Twitch stream, no matter who you're watching and what they're playing at the time. And no matter how it comes our way, 100% of it goes to the Smith family to help the kids for their bushfire relief. We're going to get out of here. Is Nico watching? Nico. I think is going to beat Saber tonight.
Oh, cool.
Beat Sabering's good.
Yeah.
Our mate Nazy does.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does a lot of it.
Yes.
No, he's not beat Sabering. Let me check our schedule. Let me have a quick look at our schedule.
He's playing Pro Evo Soccer 2020.
Probably
Not.
Wednesday. Oh no, he's playing something different. Oh, Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Have a great week in gaming. And as we always say, Dan,
Don't forget to save.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.